What's up, superstars? Welcome back to Crypto Cornucopia, where you come for the latest crypto news, education, and a path to prosperity. I make these videos for beginners, so if there's anybody you know that wants to learn more about crypto, share the love and share the video. As you can see, I do hours of research on YouTube every single day, so you don't have to. I know you're busy, so set the video to 1.5 or 1.75 so you get through it quick. Use the links below for more information on what I bring or to sign up and get your journey started. Ask questions so I can help you learn, and watch out for the scammers down in the comments below. If it looks weird, it is weird. Here we go. It is November 9th, 2021, and we are looking really good. Look at this daily sentiment. Just 2 days ago, it was down to 43. Looking very bullish. We got some news that came out. We'll go over it. Ethereum daily sentiment is at 59. It was 62 yesterday. What's hot on Twitter today? We have KCS, KuCoin shares. KuCoin, awesome. It has a lot of tokens that you don't normally find on other exchanges. A lot of times tokens will go to Uniswap and then they'll go to KuCoin after that. But you do have to pay money to get on there, so not all coins are over there. Solana still hot. Loopring killing it. Look at this, 55%, another 55% in 24 hours. And that was because they had a partnership that is huge. We have basic attention token, and I'm kind of kicking myself because I am using Chrome browser because it works better with MetaMask, but I should have taken the time. Basic attention token, that is part of the Brave browser. You can download Brave, and if you use Brave, they will reward you by looking at ads and so on. So if I would have been doing this the last 18 months that I've been in this, I'd probably have a lot more than 50 bucks sitting in there, because they'll give you tokens and they pay out on a monthly basis. And you know, the token was at like 25 cents forever. So if I would have kept using it, now it's at $1.30, you know, that would have 5x'd whatever was in there. But I am going to get into Brave browser and make sure my MetaMask works in there. All right, Ethereum Classic doing well. Omisigo, Revain, don't know that one. It's definitely a small cap. And then Alchemy Pay. All right, so let's go into the charts. That was Trade the Chain. This is Market Rebellion. And sorry, I forgot to load that previously, but what I can tell you is that Ethereum's at 4,800. BTC is at 67. We hit an all-time high yesterday. And look at this daily candle. Let's just pull this up real quick. Massive daily candle. And we had good news come out. I'll explain why. It's a narrative that was pushed for a while, but we'll go over there right after this. Solana still hovering at 245. Now we got an indicator here that's going to be dropping a little bit. I had that in my trading series. I bought it at 200, thinking about getting out of it just for that trading series because there might be a dip, but keeping my normal bag. And then we have Polkadot hovering here. Now today is the 9th, but the parachains start 2 days from now, and you can already lock up your dot. So I'm expecting a big bump from here. Okay, so let's get right into it. We have Token Metrics does a live show every Monday. And every once in a while they mix it up because of what their schedule is. But almost every Monday in the evening around 5 p.m. Eastern, they do a live. Now, they don't keep it up, so I can't put the link below. You're not going to find anything. But I made a point of last night to watch it live and take out as much information, because if there's anything that you should be watching besides this show, then watch Token Metrics live on Monday nights. It's amazing. So we're going to go over that. But before we do, let's get into the term of the day, network effect. Now, the reason that Ethereum is doing so well is because they have the network effect. They have developers. They've been around since 2015. They have a lot of people that are invested in it. They have a lot of people that are staking already for ETH 2.0. Like, these people have already taken, I think it's 13 Ethereum, and staked it for 2 years. 2 years. They said, you know what? I believe in this so much that it's staking. And that, you know, that helps. Actually, Ethereum helps the price because they're taking off the exchanges. But the point is that the network effect is huge. And if you're ever doing like an investigation into a token, go into their Twitter, go into their Discord, go into any social aspects that they have on their website, and see how people are talking about it. See if there's interaction with the people, with the team, the developers, or the mods, the moderators that are in there. Are they helpful? Is there a positive attitude in that particular, wherever you're looking, like Twitter or whatever? So if there's a good network effect, you have a large amount of people, then overall that that token's going to be doing well in the long run. All right, so let's get into it. Huge news. Jeffries has $440 billion asset manager is selling gold to buy Bitcoin now. I've heard this, like I said, I've been in this for over 18 months now, and they keep saying gold's 10 trillion market cap. Bitcoin's only 1 trillion in itself. We can get to 10 trillion because it's digital gold. Now that's people hyping it up, but there is something to be said that gold is a store of value, and it's not really moving. It's not really going anywhere. It's stagnant, which is great. It's better than inflation. But if people can make gains from Bitcoin, well, shouldn't they do it? Shouldn't there be fiduciary responsibility of hedge funds and financial advisors to learn about crypto and Bitcoin and put people's money into it? Because that's why they're there, to make you money, not just to make sure you don't lose money. That's not the point. You hire them to make money. So this is something that I've heard about for a very long time, but this is the first time ever that a big company like Jeffries has come out and said, we're selling gold to buy Bitcoin. This is huge. That's why you saw that huge daily candle yesterday. It's a big deal. All right, so we're taking a look at also the crypto market cap, excluding BC. I don't know if that's supposed to be and ETH, but the point is that it is rocketing up. So the overall market cap is going up, and yeah, here it is. Crypto total market cap excluding BTC and ETH. Now, what does this mean for you? I talk about the BTC dominance, which has been going down. It means that people are getting more and more comfortable with the altcoins, and there's more information out there, like what I'm giving to you, where you can be comfortable about a project that is actually good. It shouldn't be dropping 20-30% when BTC goes down. And if there's more money into it, it's getting more, the market's getting more mature, then you can see that if Bitcoin just goes up and to the right nice and slow, because people are not putting their money just into Bitcoin, they're putting more and more of it into the altcoin. So it's going to move slower as opposed to a big spike and come down hard. Because when Bitcoin goes up fast and comes down hard, then the altcoins pay for it, unfortunately, because they're smaller market caps and people want to keep their gains. All right, moving on. We got capital gains and taxes. I talked a little bit about taxes yesterday. Gains and taxes in January. Is there a possible dip? So what he's saying is this is the end of year. And I believe this is a weekly chart, monthly chart. All right, so we only have a couple more months. And what he thinks is that people, institutions, and people are going to have to take some money out to pay for taxes. And if you've already been in for a certain amount of time, let's wait till the end of the year, because I can take some gains after 2021 and not have to pay for the taxes immediately in 2022. So we have tax season coming up. Let me go over it again. If they don't take their gains, if they don't sell it off before the end of year, that means as of 2022, you don't have to pay the capital gains right away. You get a whole another year to pay those capital gains. So this is something else that's been forming inside my head. Like, I don't think this bull run is ending like it has the last two or three times. I think that this exactly is going to happen. I think we're going to have a huge run up in December, and almost literally to the day, I think people are going to start selling off. You're going to see a dip in January, but it's this trend line that they have here. I don't think it's going to go below it. So I think we're going to have a huge run up. I also heard, this was not in a headline that I put in here, but I also heard that Grayscale Trust, which is very respected, they already have a Bitcoin trust and Ethereum trust, but they put in to switch that trust over into an actual ETF and they're looking at December 24th. Now, that's the headline. Who knows if it's really going to happen? But you can imagine if that ETF, because Bitcoin gets traded 24/7, markets will be down around Christmas. People are going to be getting into Bitcoin, and I think we'll have a huge run up into probably the first week of January, dip down. People are going to take their capital gains, but not worry about it until the next year. And then he's saying that, we could get, let's see, that's 2.7 trillion for the total market cap, right where we are right now. So he's saying we can get, to about 3.5, and then dip down, and then that's when we're going to take off. So this overall bull run can last well into 2022, which is, again, what I've heard by several people. They don't think it's going to be just over this year. Now, I told you guys last week about Galaxy Digital. I'm not into the traditional markets, stock markets, but I told you that Bill right here, pounding the table, he says, about this wedge, and that there's no reason why Galaxy, who's into NFTs and all types of cryptos, there's no reason why it should be suppressed. And he said that right here, like, you can expect a breakout, and look what it did. It went all the way up from 23 to 41, and in the traditional market space, that's unheard of. So hopefully you guys got into that. Silver, and what he was saying here is that it's creating a head and shoulders, and silver could have a breakout coming up soon. And for whatever reason, silver and Ethereum are connected. I don't know if it's a mental thing because Bitcoin's digital gold and Ethereum is supposed to be silver. Don't know what the case is, but for whatever reason, he says that silver and Ethereum are connected. Sees the head and shoulders here, which is positive for Ethereum as well. So again, if you're in the traditional market, take a look at that and make a decision on it. All right, so here's Forrest talking about, again, what could possibly happen. This is week. This is on the 4-hour, actually. So what he's thinking is we're not too overspent here on the RSI, the relative strength index, but he does think before, because we had a huge run up, he does think before we go up further, there are 3 possible points that I can go down to. All right, and you can't see this too well here, but this was at 66 right here. And so after this, obviously it went up because right now it's at 67, 68. It's been hovering there. It went up a little bit higher, but he thinks that it can come down. And here's the resistance that could now become support, which usually happens in these markets. So this is at 63.9 here. So around 64 could drop down to, and you would expect a bounce off, but he said also could drop down to 63. Or this is essentially the bull run trend line. He said it can come down. It could come down to about 62. All right, I think it's 61.5. He said if it does go down, then he's going to buy here, and then he's going to buy a little bit here and buy a little bit here if it does come back down. Not financial advice. All right, so Link, if you've been holding on to Link, good for you. It is coming up to a resistance point here. They didn't draw the line, but this is at about 35. And I'll tell you what, let's take a look at it right now and see what's happening. He thinks if it goes above 35, it can break out because that was an all-time high. So let's take a look at where it is right now. It is at 34.83. So it's right at this. You can see the line right here. It's right at that resistance point. And you can see it on this wick. That means that it went up and then it came back down and the body's at 34.82. So it hit that resistance point at 36. And, it's actually, oh, look at this. It's got a TD sequential 2, which is a very bullish signal in the charts. So if it can break through, he's thinking that it can get all the way up to 37 easy and then go up to 40 from there. But Link has a lot of bullish news coming out too, so I can see that actually happening. All right, moving on to AVAX. This thing has been on a freaking tear. And to be honest with you, I totally forgot that I bought some AVAX. And you can do this too, by the way. If you want me to make a video, comment below. You can link AVAX Avalanche to your MetaMask, and then transfer AVAX over there from whatever chain you're using now, and they will give you $75 in AVAX just to go over there. I think you have to deposit at least 75, and they'll give you $75. So I forgot that I even did that a few months ago, and I went over to the check and it's already at like 400 because I got in down here. And what I did was I went into, actually I can show you. I went into Trader Joe, and I love this this website. This is this is like Pancake Swap or Uniswap, but they have farming here. And what I was doing was I linked Joe. I bought some Joe, which is the token for this particular farm, and I linked it with AVAX. And both of them have been going up, so that works great. And I staked it in here. And I'm not linked up right now, so it doesn't show what I'm staked. But you get 56. Let's click on it. You get 56% for you get paid out in Joe, and then the bonus rewards is paid out in AVAX. So I get 56% APR of what I have in there staked in Joe, and then I have 22. I get 22% of AVAX. So I'm getting both of them, and I think both of them are going to do well. Avalanche has been crushing it lately, as we saw on the chart right here. Now, what they're saying is that it's in discovery mode. Its all-time high previously was at 55, and you can see here when it broke through, it just kind of exploded up to 73, came back down. The last resistance point became support. This happens a lot in trading and on the charts. And now it's just in discovery mode. So he thinks that with they have Avalanche Rush right now, which is millions of dollars, that they're incentivizing developers and protocols to come in and get better yield and develop on their platform. That's happening right now. I think it's like 220 million. So the more that people use, the more that developers build, the more AVAX they need. You have to buy AVAX to go over there. So he sees this getting all the way up to 150, which I'd be extremely excited about. All right, and then here's the chart on Joe. And the all-time high previously was at 4.5. Now, Joe's relatively new. Avalanche just has been out, but hasn't been doing a whole lot until recently. So right now it's at, or right here it was at 237. And he's expecting, this is on the 12-hour chart, by the way. He thinks Joe, because of this high volume sell here, a lot of people have, they've made their gains already, and the sell pressure is essentially ending for that Joe token. That same website that I was just showing you, that's the Joe token. And then it's on AVAX. So if you pair Joe with AVAX over there, you basically get 77% APR. And I see both of them going up. Now, let's say Joe goes up, but AVAX does not. That doesn't matter because essentially Joe drags AVAX up with it. So whatever, if Joe goes, let's say Joe doubles and goes back up to 470. Well, that means that whatever you gained in Joe, they're going to give you some in AVAX. And I'll but guarantee you AVAX is going to go up too. So if AVAX doubles as well, then you essentially even out, and the AVAX drags up the Joe. That's the easiest way to explain it. Now, if one goes down, it's the same thing. Like if Joe goes down to $1, well, the AVAX was essentially holding it up. And you still lose because you've lost the total value. But if AVAX goes up and that goes down, let's say that Joe cuts in half and AVAX doubles. Well, you're still at the same amount. You're still at the same dollar amount, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. If not, look up videos on impermanent loss. That's what happened. That's a possibility when you pair tokens together in a liquid pool for gains. But again, you're getting 77% on that, and if you're just leaving it in there, it doesn't really matter whether it goes up or down, because as long as at the end of the year 70%, It hasn't completely dropped by like 90%. You're still making money. All right, Sushi. We talk about how this was a nice W pattern here, good breakout, but this is all the way since May. Now, Sushi has done very well as a protocol. It's on all kinds of different chains. It's on Polygon, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain. It's going over to AVAX and Solana. They've done amazing. But look, remember how we say it bores you to tears? It's basically been trading in that 6 to 16 range, and it's at 12. Well, these are what he calls GAN lines, and it's another way, just another trading indicator. It's testing this line. It tested it here, dropped down, tested it here. It's only a matter of time before Sushi breaks out. So not financial advice, but I'm actually thinking about getting this. This is daily chart. So I could see within a couple weeks here it retesting and actually breaking out, because it really is a great project, and there's no reason that it's down, especially in this bull run. So that could be part of my trading series. And Phantom, what did I tell you guys last week? Okay, last week it was at, okay, so this line is at 250, but I was telling you about 280, maybe 27, no, I'm sorry, yeah, okay, right, yeah, so right about here, about 270, 280, I could see it going back up, and yeah, it did. It popped off at 311, and if it can break through right here at 311, then it could possibly go up to 4, because that's an all-time high. And one thing that has been outstanding in the crypto market is CJ talks about this. Cryptos, when they hit their all-time highs and break through it and don't get rejected at these lines, then they tend to explode up. And Phantom, you know, I did a video on, I think it's amazing. I think it's a great project. So Phantom might be something that'll be going up, but watch it. So let's take a look at it right now. Let's head over to Market Rebellion and take a look at the chart and see what's happening with Phantom, FTM. All right, it's at 291, so it had a drop off. It looks like it went right up to right above that, let's see, I think it was 311 on that chart. Yeah, it went up to 311, went down or went up, and then got rejected. Maybe so one of these wicks, there's got some resistance. So maybe some people bought in here, and you can see this is the candle. This is from yesterday, and then if you look at from today, it came back down. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Now this is the 20-day SMA. Usually it stays above it, but we'll see. I'm going to see what how this plays out in the next couple of days, because right now I've got it paired with a stable coin, and since the stable coin doesn't move, even if it goes up, let's say if it goes up 50%, since I've got it paired with a stable coin, stable doesn't move, it's a dollar, it's a peg to the dollar, then it would only go up 25% for me. So same thing if it goes down. If it goes down 50%, I would only lose 25%. But the point being that I'm not going to get out of that pair because I'm making yield off of it until I see a confirmation breakout. And then I'll undo that pair, sell the stable coins back into Phantom, and watch it ride up until it goes back up. And then when I think that it's peaking out again, then I'll go back into the stable coin. Or if I don't think it's going to really fail at all, but if it looks like it's really getting dragged down for some reason, then I would just sell out. All right, so this is called a diamond pattern, and it's Fala. And Fala is one of these that's in the pair chains. So not only is it, again, boring people to death, it has not been moving. This diamond pattern is usually an indicator of a huge breakout coming. Kind of like the cup and handle that I tell you guys about. If there's a cup and then a handle forms like Serum is right now, then it'll break out. This is another diamond pattern. Now, obviously it could break down, but I really don't think in this bullish market, unless there's a black swan event, that it's going to be breaking down, especially since it's in the pair chains right now. And this is the daily 3-day chart. Okay, so we actually might have some time. I'm not going to jump on this one yet. I want to see what happens. But I'm going to be watching this one and see how, if it can break above, it looks like between around 85.90, and I get confirmation that it's out of this diamond, I'm buying into that. That's going to be a swing trade for me for sure. All right, Cardano, killing people. This is the wedge. It actually broke out of it. Now, there was an article about Sunday swap that I showed yesterday. The reason that it's been kind of sold off is because all the dApps that are waiting to launch on it, they can't sell, they can't trade. There's no exchange, and it's having a hard time essentially talking to, all the dApps are having a hard time talking to each other. So until that's figured out, which it looks like Sunday Swap has figured out, until that's figured out, then nothing can really happen. So what he's saying here is that it did break out of the wedge, and he's waiting for confirmation at 221. If it gets to 221, then it can go to 3, especially if Sunday Swap launches and there are no problems. He sees it going to 3 pretty easily. All right, Adam, Cosmos. This one I've been talking about for a while. Again, boring people to death. Like, this has been here for years, and nothing, down at like $3, and then boom, goes up, big sell-off in May with everything else that happened. And then it came right back up to where it should be, because it's an interoperable chain. It's already doing what a Polkadot is trying to build. It's already doing it. It's interchangeable with networks, and it's got a lot going on. So what he's saying is that it's winding up right now, and he could see it's at 32. It might bounce down. That's where he would buy in, and he thinks it could go up to 67. Which, I mean, it's a solid project, solid team. Never hear anything bad about it. And we're going to finish on gaming. Oops. We're going to stop it. We're going to finish on gaming here. Illuvium is the only thing I don't like about it. As far as I know, it's built on Ethereum, so I don't know how they're going to make that work. Maybe it's on a layer 2 like Immutable X, and it's faster and cheaper. But this is the first AAA game that's actually being launched, and it is gaining some real steam here. It was like 200, it says 400 here, but even before that it was like 200. And only in a couple of months it's 5x'd, because it's going to be launching in December. And it's an entire world, and it's going to have NFTs in it. You're going to have an avatar when you, Illuviums, the name is Illuvium, but Illuviums are creatures that you can find out in this world, and those creatures are worth value. They are worth Illuvium, and then you can sell them on OpenSea and the market exchange, and then you can, so you're playing to earn, okay? And that's just from you walking around doing your adventures, you know, kind of like WoW. And then I believe, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure these Illuviums, you can breed them, create more Illuvium, and you can fight them kind of like Pokemon. The point is that it's got incredible graphics. It's called AAA rated, very fluid, and it's going to be the first big one out on the blockchain. Now, Star Atlas is the other one over on Solana that is getting a lot of hype, but that's not even going to launch until 2022, the end of 2022, 23 maybe. So I really don't see why that one's getting hyped up so much right now. I'm not into anything that's not launching. But Illuvium might be something that you want to look at. What he's saying is the game hasn't even started. Once you start using the game, people are going to need Illuvium to play and do things, and he thinks it can possibly get up to about 25, 45. So this video has gotten really long. Remember to set it to 1.5, 1.75. Please smash that like button. Just kidding. You just tap it. Everybody says smash. But I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you're enjoying this information, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you made it to the end, thank you. Wanted to do something at the end of this video to show down below of each of my videos. I put the links for every video that I reference, and in the future I'll be putting a tag up in the upper right hand corner so that that video will be available to you. If you want to go ahead and watch it right there, you would just click on that. Also, down below here there are ways to support the channel. You can open up with Chime, and each of you would get we'll get $100, and you'll get $100 if you deposit $200 within 45 days. You can join Celsius, get $50 in Bitcoin from putting in 400 or more, and also with Crypto.com and Voyager. Market Rebellion is the software that I use for the markets, and Trade the Chain is what I use for the market sentiment. Also, the Udemy blockchain course right here, I think everybody should do this as a foundation to understand what blockchain technology is. It's a free video. It's only an hour, and you can set it at 1.5, 1.75 and get through it quick, just so you have an understanding of what exactly all this is. Take care. Have a great day.